Okay. Hey, Jeff. Hi, Taylor. Wow, you guys were like 9:30 on it. I love it. Hi, Olivia. Brittany. Oh my God, you guys. I miss you guys so much. I'm in this like awkward crouch. Sorry, y'all. Hey, Bianca. Brittany, I'm so excited too. Oh, Nikki. Hi, babe. What's up, brosh? Oh my God, you guys. The joy right now. So it's been a while since I've taught. I have like a little bit of butterflies. Yay. Hi, Alexis. Oh, hey, Liz. Mwah. Hopefully the puppies are there too. Give it another minute. While we're giving it a minute, I want to, in case you need to grab anything, have a hand towel or like kitchen towel, something like that, or I have socks. So you know what that means. Or if you have gliders, you can grab gliders. Could expect no less. And also, since this is the first time I'm teaching from my parents' house, definitely keep me honest with sound if you guys can't hear me. Okay, we'll give it one more minute. Nikki, what did you expect? Hey, Mitch. Oh, perfect, Taylor. Nice. Hi, James. Hopefully Casey and Colbs and Abby are all there too. Okay, also, as we're going to get going, you see me if I do this? Yes. Tay! Oh my God, y'all. Sweet. So I'm going to give my little spiel as we get going. My name's Liz. If we haven't met before, or if it's just been a long time, we haven't seen each other. I'm really excited to be here with y'all today. I hope everybody's staying safe. Those of you that are in Oregon right now, still on the West Coast, I hope everybody's lungs and pets and babies and everybody are doing well, as well as you can. And with everything that we're all feeling, with everything going on in the world, we have to take care of ourselves too, and breathe and move and sweat to come back stronger. So without getting into it, set the dedications that you need to set today, to send energy out or to harness it inward, to do what you need to do. So my thoughts, keeping kind of all of that in mind, my thoughts for today, I know in my own practice, I've been doing a lot of like juicy flowing. And so my thoughts, I had a hip request if Kelsey logs in. This is for you, Kels. My thoughts were to do a lot of kind of quick movement, but a lot of to kind of get sweaty and juicy. And then I also realized recently, AKA yesterday, that it's been a long time since I've done my drills. So some of you know what that means. Some of you might not, but you'll learn very quickly what that means. So if you're just logging on, have a towel or gliders or socks nearby. So we'll be taking a couple breaks. Yes, we are on YouTube as well. If you don't want to be on your phone, on Instagram, we have this live streaming on YouTube as well. Thank you. Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do today. So if you have requests or anything, drop them in the comments. I'll check in a few minutes just to make sure you guys can hear me once we get going. And let's do it. Okay. So everybody find your mat. Cheers. Let's do this. Happy Saturday. Oh my God, it's been a while since I spent Saturday with you guys. Yep, James. You destroyed my legs on Thursday, so this is kind of payback to Jamie, and then I know she'll give it back to us later. But Jamie, I love you. So let's go ahead and find a comfortable seat. Whether you're Siddhasana, Sukhasana, whatever, just find your butt bones, move those glutes out of the way if they're down on the mat. Maybe roll the shoulders out a couple times. I noticed all week my shoulders just crunching up to my earlobes, right? So just see if you can kind of roll them out, relax them. Hands on the thighs, up or down with the palms either way, and just allow those eyes to close. We won't be here too long. If you're like me, you're craving some movement right now, just diving right in. So we'll be here, let's say, for 5 full deep breaths, dragging in through the nose, pushing out through the nose. Use the belly, start to hug the belly in towards the spine to push the breath out through the nose. Notice if you're clenching with your jaw, your earlobes. See if there's any tension going on in the body that you can let go of just a little bit. With these last 2 breaths, maybe start to constrict the throat a little bit if you haven't, and try to give it a little bit of a sound. Oh no. Sorry, Instagram. Last big breath in here. Last breath out. So from your seat, Instagram will keep an eye on you. From your seat, maybe those eyes stay closed. Maybe you start to open them. And then just start to drop the chin down towards your chest and take a couple of neck rolls here, drawing one ear to one shoulder, the other ear to the other shoulder. Okay, do you want to cross? Just start to release some of that tension. It's my dad. Then maybe start to, if you haven't with those shoulders, sorry, y'all, we're having some technical difficulties on Instagram, so that's why I'm paused a little bit. Instagram, are you there? I hope you can hear me. I don't know what's happening. Nice. So let's go ahead and roll over the knees and come onto hands and knees, tabletop pose. And then once you're in hands and knees, tabletop pose, start to take some cat-cow tilts here, drawing up through the heart. Pushing the mat away, puffing up through the upper back. Couple more times like that. Inhale. And exhale. Last time through, inhale. And exhale. And then slowly, oh, thanks, James. And then slowly start to walk the hands forward, tuck the toes, and come back into downward facing dog. Looks like maybe Instagram just died on me. So once in your down dog, just start to pedal out through the heels, bending into the knees one at a time. Maybe wiggle out through the shoulders a little bit. And then slowly just take a couple breaths here, pressing down through the heels. Taking a few breaths. Let me see if I can fix this, y'all. I'll be right back. Do you have my password written down? That sheet, where it is. Taking one more big breath in here in your down dog. Big breath out. Hi, Kelsey. So I'm trying, those of you just tuning in, I'm trying to fix, oh good, I'm glad you have me on both screens. I'm trying to fix Instagram. So it's a little bit of a pause, okay? So here in your downward facing dog, inhale, gaze looking forward between the thumbs. Exhale, bending into the knees. And slowly start to walk or step forward, meeting at the top of the mat. And just kind of hang in your forward fold for a second here. And just pausing. So I'm sorry, y'all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut down Instagram Live for a quick sec, and then I'm going to bring it right back up. Okay, so bear with me just for a few moments here. Sorry about this. Instagram Live, I'm going to end, and I'll be right back, okay? YouTube, sorry, y'all. Feel free to hang out in that forward fold just for a few moments while I try to fix this. And if you want to kind of preemptively get ahead of us here and take a couple of sun salutations, that's where we're going. think this will do the trick. Alrighty. Alrighty, we are back on Instagram Live now. Hopefully some people will start tuning in again. Okay, if you're still in your forward fold, we're coming back to you. So sorry about that, y'all. We're gonna get going again. If you're in that forward fold, halfway lift here, inhale. Exhale, start to forward fold. Inhale, arms reach out and up, high up overhead, stretching tall. And exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in. And exhale, fold. Your knees can be bent as much as you need here, okay? Inhale, halfway lift, one more time. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach all the way high up overhead. Exhale, fold. You can really spread those arms if you want, if you have the space. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back into your downward facing dog once again. See if we can build some mobility through the spine here with your inhale. Start to round forward into your high plank. Activating the belly, hug belly to spine and lift the hips high. 2 more times just like that. Inhale, rounding forward. Exhale, belly to spine and lift up. 1 more time through, inhale. And exhale, lift those hips. This time we're gonna bring it forward back into our high plank. This time lower the knees. Slowly start to lower the chest and chin. So the booty might stay up in the air, might just be a little bit. Start to pull through, finding your little baby cobra, relax those shoulders down. And exhale, hips to heels, child's pose. Stretch the arms out long. And maybe pause here and just take a couple breaths. You can start to activate through the shoulders, keeping those elbows lifted. Hey, Kelsey. Hey, Alexis. Thanks for tuning back in. We're good now, I promise. Alrighty. Big breath in here in your child's pose. Big breath out. With your inhale, start to pull yourself up onto your hands and your knees. Tuck the toes, hips high, down dog. Inhale, gaze looks forward. Exhale, knees bend, walk, step. Maybe you're ready to float. Feet to hands, top of the mat. Halfway lift and fold. Inhale, arms reach high up overhead. Maybe find a little bitty arch here, stretching, and exhale, fold down over the legs. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, down dog. 3 times with those final rolls. Inhale, rounding forward into your high plank. Exhale, hips high, down dog. Inhale, rounding forward. Exhale, hips high. Last one. This time we'll hold in that high plank. Round forward, hold in your high plank and pause. So press back through the heels, get really strong through the legs here. Belly hugging up towards the spine. Shoulder blades squeezing onto the back, so you might get a little more space through the neck there. Then start to press forward on the toes, activating even more. Maybe the knees drop, maybe they don't, and lower all the way to the belly. Press down through the pubic bone. Inhale, lifting up through the heart. Exhale, forehead to mat. 1 more, baby cobra. Inhale. Exhale, forehead lowers. Press into the knees or tuck the toes, lift the knees. Inhale up, high plank. And exhale, hips high, down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. 1 more like that. Inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, bend into the knees. Walk, step, float, feet to hands. Halfway lift. And fold. Inhale, arms reach all the way high up overhead. Exhale, fold and dive down over the legs. Halfway lift, inhale. Bend into your right knee and step back with your left toes. Lower your left knee down to the mat and inhale, reach both arms up for a low lunge. So find that grounded sensation through the legs here, dipping down into the hips, getting that stretch through the hip flexor, and then start to fire up that right leg, pressing down into your right big toe mount, okay? Then with all of that grounded sensation, we're gonna lift up through the heart, up through the spine, the gaze might reach. Big breath in. Exhale, hands come down to frame your right foot, and then rock back just a little bit and start to find that hamstring stretch. Most likely you don't have to rock back too far. If you're on the West Coast, it's still pretty early in the morning for you. Jamie, I know, unless you have a 2-year-old, big breath in. Big breath out. Start to rebend into that right knee. Tuck your left toes. Lift your left knee and take your right leg up high to the sky. Start to roll open through your hip. Bend into the knee. Try to kick your butt cheek with your heel. Maybe take a couple circles through that knee. And then start to kick out long through the right leg and release the right toes down. Spiral roll forward. Inhale into your high plank. Exhale, lower to the belly or half push-up chaturanga. Pulling through up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, back down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, kick the right leg up high to the sky. Exhale, squeeze your knee in towards your nose, shoulders over the wrists, and hold here for 3, 2. Footsteps down between the palms. Left knee down or lifted. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, hands down and frame that right foot. Walk the hands forward, come off the left toes. And fold. Halfway lift. And fold. Bend into the knees and sit back chair pose. Utkatasana. Pause, hold, breathe. What is going on here? Hey, y'all. Hey. No idea what's going on over here. Breathe it. So we're in chair pose. Okay, come back to that chair pose. Sitting way back in the heels. Booty strong, belly hugging in. Big breath in. And fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Bend into the left knee, step back with your right toes, lower your right knee down. Inhale, both arms reach. And pause. So again, find that grounding down through the hips and the legs here. Lifting up through the heart. Finding that little bit of a back bend, that little bit of an arch, but not too much, right? Still kind of early. Okay. Big inhale. Exhale, hands down to frame the left foot, rock back. Find that little bitty hamstring stretch, depending on your hamstrings, how your morning's gone. Big breath in. And breath out. Rebend into your left knee. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, and take that left leg high to the sky. Roll open through the hip and bend into the knee. Pause. Inhale, kick out. Relax the left toes down. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. And lower to the belly or chaturanga. Inhale, pull through up dog cobra. Exhale, down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose and foot lightly steps. Right knee down or lifted. Inhale, arms lift. And exhale, hands down. Walk the hands forward, come off the right toes. And fold at the top of the mat. Bend into the knees and sit back chair pose, Utkatasana. Pause. Maybe this time around you want to add some pulses. Okay, maybe some pulses come into the mix here. Pulsing up and down, squeezing the cheeks, squeezing those quads in. Big breath in. And forward fold. Halfway lift. Bend into the right knee, step back with the left toes. Left knee lowers. Inhale, both arms lift. Exhale, hands down, rock back, find that little bitty hamstring stretch. One more time like that, really quick. Rebend into the right knee, reach both arms up, full breath in. Exhale, hands down, rock back and straighten. Rebend into the right knee, lift that right leg up high to the sky, three-legged dog. Roll open through the hip, bend into the knee. And release those right toes down, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, pulling through up dog, baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose and foot steps. Leave that left knee lifted, reach both arms up. Exhale, open to 2. Pause, hold here for a big breath in. Right knee over the ankle, big breath up. Reach forward, flip the palm and reverse away. Exhale, windmill hands down, frame that right foot. Walk the hands forward, come off the left toes, breath in. And forward fold. Then into the knees, sit back, lift up, chair pose. Hold, breath in. And fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Then into the left knee, step back with your right toes, right knee down. Reach up into that low lunge. Exhale, hands down, rock back and straighten. Inhale, rebend into the knee, reach both arms up. Exhale, hands down, rock back and straighten. Rebend into the left knee. Both arms up and then hands down. Take that left leg up high to the sky. Three-legged dog. Roll open through the hip, bend into the knee. Inhale, kick out long and release the toes down. Round forward, head plank, head push up. Exhale to the belly or chaturanga. Inhale, pull through up dog. Exhale, back down dog. Big breath in. Breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose, split steps. Keep that right knee lifted, both arms reach. Open out into your two. Pause here for breath in. Pause here for breath out. Reaching forward with those left fingertips, flip the palm, inhale, reverse away. And exhale, windmill hands down to frame that left foot. Walk the hands forward, come off of the right toes, breath in. And fold, exhale. Bend into the knees, sit back, lift up, chair pose. And find that little pulse. Find that little pulse for 3, for 2. And slowly start to lower all the way down onto your bum. If your hands get involved, great. Hands might get involved. And we're finding our boat pose here, okay? If you need to support the hands behind your low back, great, do so, okay? No, I promised apparently no more tech stuff, but that's not the case. So we're holding here, I know, in our boat pose. And if you want to start to activate this a little bit more, on the exhale, start to extend that left leg out long. And then inhale, draw it up. Exhale, right knee long. And then draw it up. And that's up to you if you want to do that, okay? Stay there for about 10 more seconds, 10 more rounds, okay? Here for 3. I'm counting to myself now, I guess. Okay, when you're done with those 10, start to hug the knees in towards your chest and rock and roll front to back along your spine. Okay, rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll. And then if you can, rock up and land back in that chair pose and then forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, plant the palms, vinyasa of choice, all the way back. Downward facing dog is where we'll meet. Okay, once in your down dog, take a big breath in. Big breath out. With your inhale, come forward, head plank, high push-up. Pause and hold here. If you want a little bit more, start to lift those right toes. And then hug right knee in towards your right elbow if you want a little bit more. Hold for 3. Hold for 2. Take it back behind you, lower those right toes down, left toes lift. Left knee, left elbow, and hold for 3, 2. Take it back. Pause. Continue to hold your high plank. Stay, or if you want a little bit more, start to lower chaturanga. Lift straight back up, inhale. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Straight back up, inhale. Last one, we will pull through this time. Start to lower. And then pull through into your up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, take it back, down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, right leg lifts. Roll open through the hip, bend into the knee. Inhale, kick out along with that right leg, right knee to right shoulder, and footsteps outside of your hands. Left knee lowers down to the mat. Kels, this is for you. A little bit of hip action early on. Big breath in. Exhale, start to rock back. Find that little bitty straighten through the right leg, a little bit of a different angle here. Breathe in into the right knee. Exhale, start to rock back and straighten a little bit. One more time through. Rebend, inhale. Exhale, rock back and straighten. Rebend into that right knee. Ground down into your palms, tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, and we're going to draw the right heel up towards the right butt cheek. So we're back in our knee to elbow. Inhale, kick it up high to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, and foot lightly steps. Roll your left heel down and windmill all the way up into your warrior 2. Sink down. Inhale, lift up, 5-pointed star, turn those right toes in. Turn the heels in and sink down, goddess squat. Start to wiggle a little bit into these hips. And then start to sink low. If you want a little bit more, start to pulse. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, go ahead and cartwheel your hands down to frame your right foot and lift your left toes up high to the sky. And we're going to pause here, holding in our standing splits. Depending on your hamstring, how much of a splits that is, right? Holding here, breathing. Taking a big breath in, strong through that right leg. Exhale, left knee hugs in, bending into that right knee. Hands might come together at heart. Plant the palms, kick up tall, inhale. Exhale, squeeze, hug into your teeny tiny little baby squat. Hold. Inhale, kick up tall, last one. Exhale, squeeze, hug it in, hold, breathe. Go ahead and step that left foot down. We're in our chair pose. Beautiful. Y'all slowly start to sink down. Sink down, sink down, sink down, and find your bum. Lifting up into that boat pose. Big breath in. Exhale, extend long through the left leg. Inhale, pop it up. Exhale, extend long through the right leg. Inhale, pop it up. Extend long through both legs. Lower the torso halfway. Hold 3, 2. Inhale, pop it up. And maybe pause. Hold for a second. If you need to give the knees a squeeze, that can help lift the heart. Okay? You can also maybe check in with the shaking. Anybody else shaking? Find that boat pose. Big breath in. Exhale, extend long through the left leg. Inhale, pop it up. Exhale, extend long through the right leg. Inhale, pop it up. And low boat, holding here for 3. Maybe find a little pulse. 2. Inhale, pop it up. Grab behind the knees, rock and roll. And on your next rock up, see if you can plant the feet, stick the landing chair pose. Nice. Holding here, breathing. Start to lift that right knee up into your chest, cross the ankle over and send the booty back, a little figure 4. So breathing into that right hip that we were starting to open with our lizard. Starting to bring some weight into that left leg, right? Maybe you start to lean the heart forward just a little bit. Last breath in. Last breath out. Go ahead and bring both feet back down. We're up in our chair pose. Inhale. Exhale. Hands down to the mat. This time, knees come to armpits or triceps. Start to shift the weight into the palms. Fingertips engage. Shoulders out of the ears, down the back, and maybe start to lift the toes. One at a time or both feet at the same time. Here for 3, 2, feet to the back of the mat, walk, step, float, or face plant, vinyasa of choice. Once back in your down dog, take a big breath in. Open up, let it go, big breath out. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts. Roll open with the hip, bend into the knee. Inhale, kick out long through that left leg. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Holding for 3. Holding for 2. Inhale, kick it up high to the sky. Exhale, left knee back to left elbow and footsteps outside of the hands. Start to lower that right knee down. So getting into the lizard on this side. Big breath in. Exhale, start to rock back and straighten a little bit through that left leg. Big inhale. Big exhale. And then start to rebend into that left knee. Inhale, coming forward again. Exhale, rocking back. Rebend into that left knee. Ground down into the palms, tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Draw your left heel up to your butt cheek, and then kick it up high to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose and footsteps. Roll your right heel down and windmill all the way up and open into your warrior 2. Pausing, holding. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, lifting up into your 5-pointed star. Turn the toes in. Turn the heels in into your goddess squat. I'm going to turn around so you're not just looking at my butt. Finding that goddess. And maybe you want to start to lift your left toes, or left heel rather. So you're on the toes. Lower down. Lift the right heel up. And lower down. Lift the left. And lower. Lift the right. And lower. And then maybe lift both. And hold. Maybe add a pulse. Here for 3, 2. Lower those heels down, lift back up into your 5-pointed star, and then we're going to windmill hands down to frame that left foot and lift your right toes up high to the sky into your standing splits. And this is where we're holding our standing splits for a few moments, y'all. Holding, breathing. Stay strong through that left leg. Breathing through that left leg. Last big breath in. Last big breath out. Inhale here. Exhale, start to squeeze that right knee in towards your belly. Inhale, kick it out long. Exhale, squeeze right knee in towards your belly. Maybe hands come together at heart. One more time through inhale, kick up tall. Exhale, squeeze, hug in, and hold here. Find your balance on that left leg. Ooh, little wobble. And then pull through for your chair pose. Arms reaching up, belly dropping back. Booty dropping back, belly hugging it. Breath in. Exhale, slowly start to lower the bum, lower the bum, lower the bum, and we're coming back into our boat pose. So option to continue that set that we did the first time where we have one leg, and then both, or we can just do both, okay? Totally up to you. Big breath in. Exhale, lower down, low. Holding here, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, pop it up. Big breath in. Exhale, lower down, low. Hold it, press down through the low back. Reach the arms up, inhale, not the body, just the arms. Exhale, pop it up, big breath in. Exhale, lower down, low. Hold, hands can still reach forward or reach overhead and maybe add a flutter with the feet for 5, 4, 3, 2. Pop it up, breath in. Grab behind the knees, rock and roll. And on your second or third rock up, plant the feet, stick the landing, chair pose. Nice, y'all. So finding that chair pose here, big breath in. Start to draw the left knee up into your chest, cross the ankle over, send the booty back. Hands at heart if you want. Start to lean the heart forward, but booty still sending that tailbone way back behind you. And that stretch of that left leg is going to come from flexing through the left foot, okay? Stay flexed there. Big breath in. Big breath out. Alrighty, start to lower that left foot down, lift the arms, chair pose. Option to stay here for a few more breaths. Option 2, come back into that crow pose. Option 3, if you're ready for some handstand hops, take some handstand hops. We're here for 5. If you're taking your handstand, make sure you have an exit. Watch out for pets and lamps, you know. And on your third or so exhale, hands down, feet back. Vinyasa by choice. Big breath in, back to the mat. Big breath out, let it go. Inhale here. And exhale here. Inhale, right leg lifts. Roll open through the hip, bend into the knee. Inhale, kick out long. Right knee, right elbow, squeeze, hug it in. Hold for 3, 2, keep holding. Or inhale, drop the knee down towards the wrists. Exhale, squeeze, hug it up. One more inhale, drop it down. Exhale, squeeze, hug it up. And foot steps outside of the hands. Pause and hold here with that back knee lifted this time. And slowly start to bend the elbows, lowering the torso and the hips down. Think like an elevator, right? Lowering the hips and the heart at the same pace. Big breath in. Big breath out. So let's start to straighten the arms a little bit. And we're going to step forward with the left foot so it's outside of the left hand. Okay? And sit back in Malasana squat. Everybody's favorite pose in the entire world. I know it's not. Okay? And then we're going to set the hands back down and step back with the right foot. So the left foot is forward. Okay? Set up for that knee up lizard. Left knee over the ankle. Right knee lifted. Start to bend into the elbows a little bit. Melting through the heart, melting through the hips. Not rounding for this one per se. Okay, getting those hips down. Big breath in. Big breath out. So let's start to straighten out through those arms. Gaze forward. Right foot steps outside of the right hand again. We sink down Malasana squat. Hands down, step back with the left foot. And then settle into that lizard for 3. For 2. Gaze forward, walk those hands forward, left foot forward. Sit back, Malasana squat. Then lift back up a little bit, plant the hands, step back with the right foot. Settle back into that lizard for 3. For 2. Gaze forward, right foot steps outside of the right hand and sit back into Malasana. Okay, pause for a second. Option to keep up with that rhythm, okay? If you want a little bit more heat, we're gonna add jumps instead, okay? Both feet moving forward and back. Think of it maybe as like half burpee, but if that is not how you want to think about it, I don't blame you, okay? So if you're coming in with that hop, you're gonna plant the hands down and hop back, okay? And then hop forward, and then either find your Malasana or like a little bit of a chair squat, okay? Think about 5 rounds. If you're doing one side and those lizards again, maybe about 2 on each side, okay? On your mark, get set, don't forget the breath, and go. And if you are finding those hops, try to not get loosey-goosey with the shoulders, okay? Try to think the future of finding some handstand hops. right? So moving slowly with intention. Last one. Finding that little squat up at the top, and then we'll lift all the way up and shake it out. Is anybody else sweating? Is that just me? Alrighty, y'all. Find your socks, your gliders, your towel. Hi, hi, hi. My Shannon. Okay, if you have socks, put them on. Instagram, I figured out what it was, so thank you for your patience. Okay, so for this, we're coming into those drills. If you're a little limited on space like I am right here, I'm gonna roll this part of my mat up so that I have slippy sliding, okay? Hands are gonna come down. We're gonna find that head plank once again. I'm basically gonna reverse that. Shoulders stay locked and knees are gonna hug in, and then they're gonna extend back out, okay? Knees hug in, a little bit tuck, and then send it back out. That's our first round right now, okay? So hands down as you're ready. Find that high plank. Let's take maybe like 5 to 10, okay? Try to let these be slow. We just did a little bit of heat power, so try to let these be slow and get core power, okay? As you're ready, if you haven't started already, feel free and go. Don't let those legs be jelly. Let them be working with you. Alrighty, when you're done with your 10, you can meet on the toes. We're gonna do one more round of those, y'all, okay? 3 options. Option 1, exactly what we just did. Option 2, even numbers on both sides. One foot is lifted, okay? So what that will look like, one foot lifted, both knees still hug in and back, okay? Take 5 on one side, you have to take 5 on the other. That's the trick. Option 3, lifting the hips high for the pike. Okay, this isn't gonna be pretty right now, but so you get the idea. Hips high over the shoulders, and then back. You can alternate too, right? You can make your own little series sequence, okay? Magic number is individual, let's say 10, just to throw a number out there. On your mark, get set. Yes, the huffing and puffing is real, y'all. Get with it, and go. And if you start doing pikes and you want to regret your decision to go back to tucks, you can do that. And then when you're done, you're done. You can unroll your mat. Most likely we're not coming back to anything with that, but don't throw your gliders at the screen. Maybe you'll need them. We don't know. Okay. Are we feeling okay, y'all? Feeling okay? Hi. Okay, yes, the sweat is real. Okay, let's meet back at the top of the mat. Inhale, arms reach high up overhead. This time, exhale, cactus out through the elbows. Open mouth, exhale. Ha. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, bend out those elbows. Lift the heart. Ha. Inhale, lift. And exhale, big dive and fold down over the legs. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, plant the palms. Knees to armpits or triceps for crow or handstand hops. Hopefully you notice it is a lot easier after that core work. That is the point, right? And then maybe staying for a couple breaths wherever you are. And then meeting back. Vinyasa of choice, finding that down dog. Once you get there, taking a big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts. Roll open through the hip bend into the knee. Inhale, kick out long. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, tricep or shoulder, and hold here. We do have those elevators on the side, don't forget. Inhale, drop it down to the wrist. Exhale, lift up to the shoulder. Inhale, lower to the wrist. Exhale, lift to the shoulder and foot steps. And pause. Holding your lizard here for a few breaths. So you have the option to come back into those step ups, into Malasana or like a little bear squat. I think that's what you called it the other day, Jamie. So you have the option to do that. If you're digging the little bit of a cardio burst, you can plant those hands Use the belly that we just activated and jump switch the legs. So right foot forward, left foot back. And switch. And switch, okay? So wherever you are, we are here for about another 5. If you haven't started moving, definitely start moving. Last 3. Last 2. Left foot forward, right foot back. And then step that right foot up, Malasana squat. Finding that Malasana squat, option is stay. For hops this time, if you want, frog kicks. Feet together, knees wide. Like this, like genie arms, I dream of genie arms, but with your legs, okay? Hands down, up on the toes, bend in the knees. Try to clap the feet, okay? So getting into that hip opening that we've been working, taking it up, okay? Wherever you are for about another 3. You can hold your squat too, right? Catch your breath. 2. Hands down, feet back, vinyasa of choice. Leaning back in your down dog, take a big breath in. Big breath out. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts. Roll open through the hip and into the knee. Stay and hold it or flip your dog. Right foot down behind you. Heart and right hand reach forward. Breath in. Stay for the exhale. Let this feel good. Inhale. Exhale, right hand down. Kick high to the sky through that right leg. And squeeze right knee to right elbow. Tricep, shoulder. Hold it. Elevators. Or find splits. 3. 2. And then right foot steps outside of your right hand. Kind of just threw in some flying splits if you were surprised. Drop that left knee down this time. If you need to settle in, you can kind of rock back a couple times. That can always feel really good. If you want to get a little bit more to that left hip flexor, turn your right toes out a little bit. Reach back with your right hand for your left foot. It's there somewhere. Some days it's a little further than others, right? Try not to be right on that left kneecap. Try to scooch forward just a little bit. Big breath in. Melting into those hips. Big breath out. Last inhale. Release left foot down. Release that right hand down. Tuck the left toes. Lift the left knee. Draw that right heel back up to your right butt cheek. Inhale, pick it up high to the sky. And then squeeze, knee in towards your nose. Foot lightly steps. Windmill up and open into your warrior 2. Hold it. Big breath in. Big breath out. Stay low. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Straighten the right knee. Turn the toes in. Turn the heels in. Got a squat. Inhale, lift up 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior 2 back to the front of your mat. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, got a squat. Sink low. One more time through like that. Inhale. Exhale, back to 2. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, got a squat. Sink and hold. Option, stay exactly where you are. Option, come back to that heels lift up variation. Ooh, the shaking is really on. Anybody else? Maybe those elbows out wide, heart is lifted, belly engaged, and maybe you find a little bit more space by sinking low. Woo! Here for 3. Here for 2. Drop the heels, lift up 5-pointed star. Exhale back into your 2. Reaching forward, flip the palm, inhale, reverse. And exhale, windmill, hands down, frame your right foot. Left toes lift high to the sky, find your standing splits. Option is stay and hold. You can challenge your balance a little bit by drawing one or both hands to that right calf, shifting all of your weight into your right foot. You can also challenge your balance just in a different way by taking some jump switches here. So planting the hands, lifting high up onto the toes, and then coming off the right toes and switch, left foot down, right foot up. Trying to get as much hang time as you can. When you're first starting, or if it's just one of those days, sometimes that hang time is not there. And then we'll meet, right foot down, left foot back up in the air. Start to bend into the right knee, hug the left knee into the chest, hands together apart. Inhale, hands down, kick through the left heel. Exhale, squeeze into that little squat. Inhale, kick up tall. Exhale, squeeze, hug it in. One more, glute on fire. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, squeeze, hug it in, hold, pull through one-legged chair. Hands are harder, hands up. If you want more, extend through that left heel, holding for 3. Holding for 2. Hug that left knee back into your chest, cross the ankle over, send the booty back. So we're coming back into that figure 4. Just not on the side we want it on right now. Okay, so the lower you sink into that right leg, yes, it burns, but the more of a stretch of that left hip you get. Stay flexed with that left foot. If a twist or an arm balance is in your practice, go for it. All you. Counting for here for another 3. Slow the breath. 2. And 1. We're going to come back into that one-legged chair. Left knee in towards the chest, arms lift, maybe kick out. Exhale, standing splits, hands down, kick through that left heel to the sky. Woo, big breath in. Exhale, hug the left knee in. Plant the palms, right knee comes to right tricep. Maybe the left knee stays in the chest this time as the right toes lift. Breath in. Feet to the back of the mat, walk, step, float. Vinyasa of choice. Meeting in your down dog, big breath in. Big breath out. Option to stay in your down dog. Option to take a few breaths in child's pose, grabbing some water. If you want more, you can come back into some handstand hops. Nice. Hi, guys. Sweet. So it's totally your call. Before we come into that second side, whatever feels good for you, maybe it's just lifting the heart a little bit and closing the eyes. Wherever you are for about another 3 breaths. Last big breath in. Last big breath out. Coming back to your down dog if you're somewhere else. Inhale, left leg lifts high to the sky. Roll open through the hip, bend into the knee, and start to drop that left foot back behind you if you want your wild thing. Slash flip dog. Heart and left hand reaching forward. Tailbone reaching to the back of the room. Big breath in. Exhale, left hand down. Kick through that left leg up high to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Hold it. Elevators. Or come off the right toes for flying splits. And then draw that left knee back to your shoulder and footsteps outside of the left hand. Start to lower that right knee down. You need a couple straightens through that left leg. Go for it. Then start to turn the left toes out, left hand to your inner thigh. So your knee and your toes are pointing in the same direction, okay? It's been a while since I've given this analogy, so maybe you've missed it. It's like that movie Entrapment, right, with the lasers that Catherine Zeta-Jones has to like wiggle through. So it's like parallel lasers, right, pointing in the same direction. Maybe you reach back and catch hold of that right foot with your left hand. And if you're on that right elbow, it's because your hips are open enough to lower down, not reaching down with your head, right? Calm the heart rate, calm the breath, big breath in. Big breath out. Start to lower that right foot down. Release your left hand. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Draw your left heel to your left butt cheek and kick it up high to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, knee to nose and foot lightly steps. Roll your right heel down, windmill up into your warrior 2. Inhale, lifting that 5-pointed star. Turn the heels in. Sit back into your goddess. Inhale, lift up. Open back out into your 2. So we're going to do this 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. Heels in, toes out. Sit back. Inhale, lift. Open into your 2. Inhale, lift up. And sink into your goddess and hold. I'll flip. Heels in, toes out. Maybe find that little wiggle. Maybe heels lift. Arms maybe come out. And maybe find that pulse. So this is one of those like mixed poses, right? We're getting the hip opening, which feels great. It's also crazy hard. The shaking is super real. The sweat dripping is super real. Last 3. Last 2. Inhale up into that 5-pointed star. Find your 2 with your left foot forward. Reach forward, flip the palm, reverse away. And exhale, windmill, hands down, frame the left foot. Right toes lift, finding your standing splits. And holding here, Strong left leg, lift out of that hip joint, so you're not dumping into that hip joint there. Maybe you bring one or both hands to that left calf. Or maybe you find those hops here, running down into the hands, shoulders over the wrist, fingertips engaged like Spider-Man, and then maybe jump switch. And it doesn't have to be pretty, right? Y'all just getting both feet off the ground at one time. We will meet with our left foot down. Right foot lifted, breath in. Exhale, squeeze, hug into your teeny tiny little baby squat. Hands down, kick tall, standing splits. Exhale, squeeze, hug in. We have one more, hands down, kick tall. Exhale, squeeze, hug in. And pull through for your one-legged chair. Stay low with that left leg. Maybe kick forward, arms might lift, hold 3, 2, draw that right heel in, cross the ankle over, send the booty back. Hands can come to heart if you want. I tend to like to focus on the depth of my hips here, right? That's for me personally. If you have a twist, if you have an arm balance, great, go for it. Holding for another 3, 2. We're going to meet back in that one-legged chair, okay? So right hand towards the chest. Hands are harder lifted. Maybe right heel lifts or extends. Then we'll meet back in our standing splits. Woo, left leg on fire, breath in. Exhale, bend into the left knee, draw the right knee into your chest. Hands come down in front of you, left knee to left tricep. Maybe right knee into the belly, left toes might lift. 3, 2, and take it back. Vinyasa of choice. Taking a big breath in through the nose here. Big breath out. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. We're going to meet on our bums, okay? So option to come to the knees and shift the hips. Option to gaze forward, bend the knees, walk, step, float 2 or through, coming all the way down. So go ahead and find a seated straddle. Toes and knees pointing to the sky. Similar to how we started, reach back, grab your butt cheeks and pull them out of the way, okay? If you need a little bit of support here, if you're kind of tight, especially maybe just today, right? It doesn't have to be in general, like today, and you're rounding back and rolling back, bring the hands behind you and find that lift up through the heart, okay? Option to stay. If you can keep your spine lifted and release the hands, maybe bring them in front of you and maybe start to walk forward. Spine is nice and long. Press up firmly through the heels so that your quads stay active and protect the hamstrings. Breathing deeply here. Calm the breath, calm the heart rate. I hope at home y'all are a little sweaty too. I'm dripping, but I'm also in 90% humidity, but I hope you guys are dripping a little bit too. Last big breath in here. Big breath out. Go ahead and lift up. Option to stay where you are for a second. If you're craving a little bit more and you're wanting a vinyasa, kind of Ashtanga style, you can totally do that. Rebend into the knees, cross the ankles, plant the palms, shoot the feet back, lower down, find your up-dog cobra, find your down dog, and we're coming right back to the bum. So inhale, gaze, lift, bend into the knees, walk, step, float 2 or through the hands, come back down. And then what we'll all do is find Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees wide. You can find that same action of hands behind you to find that lift, that same action of pulling booty out of the way. Hands can come to your ankles and you can start to lean the heart forward. This is great because elbows can help press down on your inner thighs. And you're kind of gradually using gravity to bring those knees down. And it's generally pretty safe on the knees. If you're wanting to take this type of stretch to a different place, let's say, we're going to come in a frog, okay? So you're going to roll back on your hands and your knees. You're going to take your knees wide. I tend to like a knee on something that slides. Well, I don't like it, but it's it helps keep the stretch moving, right? So bring the knees as wide as you can. Feet are flexed, so ankles, knees, and hips are all at 90 degrees. I'm not rocking forward to get lower, keeping my hips in line with my knees. And then maybe I come to my elbows. And if you do have one or both knees on things that slide, you can also bring that towel, those gliders, those socks under knees as well. That kind of keeps your body, your knees, your hips moving and opening. And we're here for a little bit, okay? So just breathe for a few moments. You're fine. Maybe the eyes close. See if you can take 5 more super slow breaths. Last big breath in. Big breath out. If you're in that frog pose, the easiest way out of it, I think, is just to kind of rock forward on your belly. Maybe wiggle a little bit. We'll all meet back in our downward facing dog. So if you're seated, you can roll over the feet and step, flow back. Whatever works for you. Just meet back in that down dog. Nice. All right, so for this last little round of flow, we're going to include some juicy stuff, right? Because that's where we've been going. We're also going to include maybe some last little bursts to get some kind of anxious stuff out, right? Some kind of fire out. So in that downward facing dog, go ahead and inhale, lift your right leg up high to your sky, high to the sky. We'll open through the hip, bend into the knees, and we'll lift the dog. Just one breath. Inhale, reach forward through the right hand. Exhale, flip back over. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee to right tricep, holds. If you want a flying split, go for it. Inhale, right leg lifts high to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose and foot lightly steps. Windmill up and open into your 2. Start to reach forward, flip the palm. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, come back to your 2. Inhale, 5-point star, turn the toes in. And this time, big swan dive and fold. So option to stay where you are, especially if you're digging the stretching part, okay? You can also scooch the feet out if you would like to come into a deeper splits. If you would like to set up for headstand, you can either set up for tripod or classic. I like classic, fingers interlaced. Crown of the head comes down, weight shifts into the elbows and the crown of the head and up on the toes, and use those core muscles to start to hover the feet. Hips lift. Any variation for 5. 4, 4. For 3, 2. Wherever you are, last big breath in. If feet are lifted, start to bring the toes back down. We'll all lift the torso halfway. Inhale. Exhale, walk the hands around and frame your right foot. Left toes lift high to the sky. Standing splits. Last hold here, or last time handstand hops on this side. Maybe a charger variation. This time ground into the palms. Lift high onto the right toes. Bend into the knee. Try to kick your bum with that right heel. Lifting left heel up high to the sky. 3, 2. We'll meet with that right foot back down, left foot back to the back of the mat. Right leg lifts high to the sky, breath in. And knee forward for a pigeon. Not a drill. Okay. Taking about 5 breaths here. So if you want this little arch, stay lifted up to the heart. If you want to fold and sink down into the hips, just melt the heart down. Arms can reach out. Here for 5. Last big breath in. Breath out. Start to come back up onto the hands. Take that right leg high to the sky back behind you. And release it down. Or maybe it stays lifted if you want a vinyasa between sides. That's up to you. So you can't blame me, right? Inhale, left leg lift. Straight to the second side. Roll open through the hip and into the knee. 1 breath, flip dog. Left foot down. Reach forward through the left hand. Inhale. Exhale, left hand down. Kick tall through the left heel. Inhale. Exhale, left knee to tricep. Hold. Maybe you want to fly a little bit, up to you. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze, hug it in, and footsteps. Roll that right heel down, windmill up and open. Find your 2, reach forward, flip the palm, inhale, reverse. Exhale, back to 2. Inhale, 5-pointed star, turn the left toes in, and dive and fold. This time around. Option to find a little side lunge, side to side. Maybe you want to keep moving, maybe you want to come back into those splits. If you'd like to come into some straddle handstand hops, that's up to you as well, okay? Come down into those hands, lift high up onto the toes, bend into the knees, and kick wide. Just have an exit. Beware of pets and lamps. Last 3 breaths wherever you are. And then we'll all meet back in that forward fold. Halfway lift through the spine, breath in. Walk the hands around to frame your left foot at the top of the mat and kick up through that right heel. Here's that last standing splits. Option to stay, working that left leg a lot, or to come into that charger handstand. Plant the hands, lift up high under the toes, bend into the knee, try to kick your butt cheek. Lifting through the right toes to the sky. Last big breath in. Big breath out, left foot down, right foot steps back. We'll find space by lifting left leg to the sky, and then shin forward for pigeon. Find that lift up through the heart. Maybe stay, or maybe fold to find your 5 breaths. Be okay with differences between the sides. Very common. Just breathe into that tightness. Last big breath in. Breath out. Start to make your way back up onto your hands. Tuck your right toes. Take that left leg up high to the sky. And if you want that last vinyasa, go for it. Meaning all the way back in your dog. Take a big breath in. Breath out. We'll meet all the way down on our bums. If you want to come to the knees and shift to the hips, go for it. If you want to flow, gaze forward, bend into the knees, walk step float 2 or through the hands, and extend the legs out long. Move booty out of the way. Press out firmly through the heels, just like in our seated straddle, right? Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold. Reaching in the direction of the toes. Last big breath in here, not here for long. Big breath out. Inhale, arms reach high up overhead. And 1 vertebrae at a time, rolling slowly all the way down onto your back. Start to give your right knee a squeeze in towards your chest. See if you can squeeze a little bit towards the armpit. Feel that release in the hip flexor. And then we'll cross the body with it. Maybe extending that right cactus arm or extended arm. Gaze might look over your right shoulder. Try to keep the breath flowing long in through the nose, inflating the belly. Long back out through the nose, hugging belly to spine, maybe sinking a little bit deeper into this twist, releasing. Last breath in. Last breath out. Inhale, start to come back through center. Draw your left knee up to meet your right. Go ahead and reach the forehead up towards the knees. Hug everything in. And then just keep hold of that left knee. Extend your right leg out long and start to reach the left knee towards the armpit a little bit. And then we'll cross it, grabbing hold of the left knee with your right hand. Cross the body. Left hand reaches out. See if you can release into that hip, into the spine, the shoulder, the neck, the jaw, the forehead. Last 2 breaths here. Big breath in and breath out. Inhale. Big exhale. Coming back through center. Drawing both knees up to your chest. Go ahead and take both knees wide towards the armpits, or maybe reaching peace sign fingers around the big toes for happy baby. You're gonna extend out long through one leg and then the other. Little archer's legs. And then give both knees one final squeeze in towards your chest, rounding your forehead up to meet your knees. One last time, breath in. And exhale, releasing into your Shavasana, stretching your legs out long. Rolling your shoulders underneath you. Big breath in. Big breath out. Shavasana. If you have the time and the space to have a leisurely Shavasana and you want to stay where you are, feel free. If you want to start to come out together, start to wiggle your toes, your fingers, circle your wrists, your ankles. On a big inhale, reach your arms long overhead, back behind you, stretch out long through your toes. Hug your knees in towards your chest. And then rolling gently to one side, or if you prefer to rock and roll all the way up, go for it. We'll meet all the way to comfortable seat. Bringing hands together at heart, bowing your forehead to your fingertips. Big breath in. Breath out. Thank you all so much for joining today. It was so great to see you. Namaste. So if you're still in Shavasana, feel free to enjoy a long, leisurely Shavasana. Thanks, Jamie. Yay. Thanks, Liza. Thanks to everybody for sticking with the tech difficulties. I definitely figured out what was going on, so next time it won't be a problem. Replay, it will live on Instagram TV, and then it will also be on the YouTube page. So hopefully I'll see you guys next time, and let me know if you have any questions. Hey Liz, great to see you. Thanks everybody. Please be safe, take care of yourselves, fight the good fight, and I will see you all next time. Bye.